Ali MacGraw and Steve McQueen were the epitome of Hollywood royalty. Their love story captivated audiences worldwide. Their whirlwind romance and subsequent marriage seemed like a fairy tale come true. However, as MacGraw reveals in a stunning interview at the age of 85, the reality of their relationship was far idyllic. The actress opens up about the dark side of McQueen and the horror she endured during their tumultuous marriage, from their shocking revelations of abuse and infidelity to the heart-wrenching details of their divorce. MacGraw's story is one of resilience and survival. Join us as we delve into the untold truth behind one of the Hollywood's most iconic couple. Early lives in love encounter from the gritty streets to chaotic childhood to the glittering heights of Hollywood stardom. Steve McQueen and Ali MacGraw were destined to converge in a love story that would captivate the world. Yet, she reveals some facts related to her relationships, which shocked us to the core. Known as the King of Cool, McQueen's life off-screen was far from the smooth, effortless charm he exuded on camera. Let's explore his early life, stellar career, and tumultuous love life, culminating in the painful period of his divorce. Early life. Steve McQueen was born on March 24, 1930, in Beech Grove, Indiana, as Terrence Stephen McQueen. His early years were far from easy. His father left when he was just a baby, and his mother, struggling with alcoholism, found it hard to take care of him. As a result, young Steve bounced between different relatives and foster homes, never staying in one place for long. By the time he was 14, Steve was sent to the California Junior Boys Republic, a reform school in Chino, California. This experience was a turning point for him. At the Boys Republic, he learned discipline and resilience, which would later become key traits in his acting career. Despite the tough environment, McQueen started to shape his character and find his footing. Steve's troubled youth didn't stop him from dreaming big. He found a sense of freedom and excitement in motor racing, a passion that would stay with him throughout his life. After serving in the U.S. Marine Corps, he used the GI Bill to study acting in New York, at Sanford Meisner's neighborhood playhouse. His rugged looks and rebellious spirit quickly caught the attention of talent scouts, opening the doors to Hollywood. His teenage years were marked by adventure and a bit of chaos. He lived on a farm with his great-uncle Claude, who gifted him a red tricycle on his 4th birthday, sparking his early love for racing. However, his mother's unstable marriages brought him back into a turbulent home life. At age 12, he moved to Los Angeles with his mother and new stepfather, but their relationship was rocky. McQueen often clashed with his stepfather, leading him to run away and live on the streets. McQueen's rebellious streak saw him joining street gangs and getting into trouble with the law. After being caught stealing hubcaps, he was sent back to live with his great-uncle, but his journey of self-discovery was just beginning. At age 16, he returned to live with his mother in New York City, where he briefly joined the Merchant Marine, worked odd jobs, and even spent time on a chain gang after being arrested for vagrancy. Despite these hardships, McQueen's early experiences shaped his tough, independent persona. His time at the reform school, his struggles with authority, and his adventures across the country all contributed to the resilient, gritty character that would later captivate audiences on the big screen. Early career. After his formative years in New York theater, Steve McQueen took his first steps into the world of television and film. His early career was marked by a series of small but significant roles that showcased his raw talent and undeniable screen presence. McQueen's breakthrough came with the TV series Wanted, Dead or Alive, where he played the role of Josh Randall, a cool and collected bounty hunter. The show ran from 1958 to 1961 and became a hit, making McQueen a recognizable face in American households. His portrayal of Randall, with his unique weapon and stoic demeanor, made him a standout in the crowded field of Western TV shows. Around the same time, McQueen began to make inroads into the film industry. One of his first significant movie roles was in the sci-fi horror film The Blob, 1958. Although it was a B-movie, The Blob became a cult classic, and McQueen's performance was well received, proving he had the chops to carry a film. Following this, McQueen took on various roles in different genres, each time bringing his distinctive charisma and intensity to the screen. In 1960, he starred in The Magnificent Seven, a Western that became a classic. His role as Vin Tanner, a sharpshooter with a mysterious past, put him alongside established stars and further cemented his growing reputation in Hollywood. McQueen's early career wasn't just about landing roles, it was about making smart choices that would build his brand as the king of cool. His ability to pick projects that aligned with his rugged, rebellious persona paid off. For instance, in The Great Escape, 1963, he played the iconic role of Hiltz, the Cooler King, a character that perfectly matched his off-screen love for motorcycles and adventure. Another milestone in McQueen's early career was his performance in Love with the Proper Stranger, 1963, opposite Natalie Wood. This role allowed him to show a softer, more romantic side, proving his versatility as an actor. The film was a critical success and showcased McQueen's ability to hold his own in more dramatic and emotional scenes. By the mid-1960s, McQueen had firmly established himself as a leading man in Hollywood. His role in The Cincinnati Kid, 1965, as a poker player trying to prove himself further, demonstrated his range and solidified his status as a star. McQueen's dedication to his craft, coupled with his natural talent and on-screen magnetism, made his early career a series of smart moves that paved the way for his future success. He wasn't just an actor, he was a phenomenon, capturing the essence of cool in every role he took on. Rise to fame. Steve McQueen's journey to stardom began in the vibrant and competitive world of New York theater. After his time in the Marine Corps, he used the GI Bill to study acting at the renowned neighborhood playhouse under Sanford Meisner. It was here that McQueen honed his craft, learning the skills that would set him apart in Hollywood. McQueen's first taste of the spotlight came from the stage, where his rugged good looks and intense presence caught the eyes of talent scouts. He started with minor roles in plays, and even had a stint studying with famed acting coach Stella Adler. His big break, however, came when he moved to Hollywood and landed a role in the TV series Wanted, Dead or Alive. His portrayal of bounty hunter Josh Randall with his iconic sawed-off rifle made him a household name. Audiences loved his tough guy persona, and McQueen's star began to rise rapidly. In 1958, McQueen's career took a major leap with his role in the film The Blob. Though the movie was a low-budget sci-fi flick, McQueen's performance stood out, and it became a cult classic. This success opened the doors to more significant roles in major films. One of McQueen's most defining roles came in the 1960 classic The Magnificent Seven. Playing the cool and enigmatic Vin Tanner, McQueen held his own alongside established stars like Yul Brynner and Charles Bronson. His performance in this Western cemented his status as a leading man in Hollywood. His ability to bring depth and charm to the anti-hero archetype resonated deeply with audiences. Throughout the 1960s, McQueen continued to build his legacy with standout performances in films like The Great Escape, 1963, where he played the daring and rebellious Hiltz, known for his iconic motorcycle chase scene. This role showcased not only his acting chops, but also his real-life passion for motorcycling, further endearing him to fans. In 1968, McQueen starred in Bullitt, a film that featured one of the most famous car chase scenes in cinematic history. His portrayal of the cool and unflappable detective Frank Bullitt earned him critical acclaim and solidified his reputation as the epitome of cool. McQueen's knack for choosing roles that highlighted his rugged, rebellious charm kept him at the top of his game. He became known for performing many of his own stunts, adding an extra layer of authenticity to his action-packed films. His work in Papillon, 1973, where he played a wrongly convicted prisoner plotting his escape, further showcased his dramatic range and solidified his status as a versatile and compelling actor. Legacy. Steve McQueen wasn't just a star. He was a symbol of cool confidence and rebellion. His influence on Hollywood is undeniable, but his impact reaches far beyond the silver screen. McQueen's effortless charm and rugged demeanor made him an icon of his time, someone who embodied the spirit of independence and resilience. McQueen's roles were groundbreaking, often portraying characters who were as tough as they were complex. He brought a raw authenticity to his performances that captivated audiences and set a new standard for action heroes. Movies like The Great Escape and The Magnificent Seven showcased his ability to combine toughness with a relatable vulnerability, making him a favorite among moviegoers. Off-screen, Steve McQueen's life was just as fascinating. He was an avid motorcycle and car enthusiast, known for his impressive collection of vehicles and his participation in high-stakes races. His passion for speed and adventure was more than just a hobby. It was a significant part of his identity. McQueen's love for racing was evident in films like Le Mans, where his real-life racing skills were on full display. In the world of fashion, McQueen's minimalist and practical style left a lasting legacy. He popularized looks that are still trendy today, such as the classic leather jacket, sleek sunglasses, and the timeless combination of denim and a white tee. His fashion sense was all about simplicity and functionality, yet it exuded an effortless cool that people still try to emulate. But perhaps the most enduring part of McQueen's legacy is his story of perseverance. Despite facing numerous personal challenges, including a troubled childhood and battles with addiction, McQueen continued to push forward. His life was a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of staying true to oneself, no matter the obstacles. Steve McQueen's influence is still felt in contemporary cinema, where many actors and directors draw inspiration from his work. His daring approach to his craft, his fearless attitude towards performing his own stunts, and his ability to connect with audiences on a deep level continue to inspire new generations. Love life. Steve McQueen's love life was as dramatic and intense as his on-screen performances. Known for his rugged charm and rebellious spirit, he attracted many admirers and had several high-profile relationships that were anything but ordinary. McQueen's first significant relationship was with actress and dancer Nayla Adams. They married in 1956 and had 2 children, Chad and Terry. Initially, their marriage was filled with excitement and passion, but McQueen's demanding career and notorious infidelities put a strain on their relationship. Despite the turbulence, Nyla was a stabilizing force in his life for many years. However, the constant pressure and McQueen's unfaithfulness eventually led to their divorce in 1972. The most publicized and perhaps most tumultuous of McQueen's relationships was with actress Ali MacGraw. They met on the set of The Getaway in 1971, and their chemistry was undeniable. At the time, MacGraw was married to producer Robert Evans, but she soon left him for McQueen. Their relationship was a whirlwind of passion and volatility. They married in 1973, and for a while they were the epitome of Hollywood glamour. However, McQueen's controlling nature and persistent jealousy created constant tension. Despite their deep connection, their relationship was marked by frequent arguments and mistrust. McQueen's love life was not just about the high-profile marriages. He had numerous flings and affairs, adding to his reputation as a Hollywood bad boy. His relationships with various actresses and models often made headlines, contributing to his larger-than-life persona. Despite the challenges, McQueen's love for Ali MacGraw was intense. He was deeply affected by their divorce in 1978, which was highly publicized and scrutinized by the media. The end of their marriage left both of them emotionally scarred, highlighting the darker side of McQueen's charisma and fame. Throughout his life, McQueen's relationships reflected his complex personality. Charming, yet troubled, passionate, yet possessive. His love life, filled with dramatic highs and lows, mirrored the intense and often chaotic nature of his career and personal struggles. Personal struggles and controversy. Steve McQueen's life was as tumultuous off-screen as it was on. Behind the cool, confident exterior was a man grappling with deep personal struggles and frequent controversies. McQueen's troubled childhood left lasting scars. Growing up with an absent father and an alcoholic mother, he faced instability and neglect. These early experiences contributed to his rebellious nature and a lifelong struggle with authority. Despite his success, McQueen often felt a sense of inadequacy and insecurity, which he tried to mask with his tough guy persona. His battles with substance abuse further complicated his life. McQueen was known for his heavy drinking and frequent drug use, particularly marijuana and cocaine. His substance abuse was an attempt to cope with the pressures of fame and the unresolved issues from his past. This lifestyle led to erratic behavior, strained relationships, and legal troubles, including a DUI arrest in 1972. Controversy seemed to follow McQueen throughout his career. Known for his temper and volatile behavior, he had frequent clashes with directors and co-stars. His insistence on performing his own stunts while adding to his legendary status also caused friction on set. One of the most notable controversies was his involvement in the film The Sand Pebbles, 1966. His intense dedication to the role and method acting approach led to numerous on-set disputes. Despite the challenges, McQueen's performance earned him an Academy Award nomination, but the process took a toll on his health and relationships. McQueen's personal life was equally controversial. His relationships, marked by infidelity and jealousy, were often tumultuous. His marriage to Ali MacGraw was a prime example of this, with their passionate but stormy relationship making headlines. His controlling behavior and frequent affairs created a cycle of drama that was hard to escape. Despite these struggles, McQueen's story is also one of resilience. He never shied away from his past, often returning to the Boys Republic Reform School to mentor troubled youth. His efforts to give back demonstrated a softer side that was rarely seen by the public. In the late 1970s, McQueen's health began to decline. He was diagnosed with mesothelioma, a rare cancer often linked to asbestos exposure. His battle with the disease was another testament to his fighting spirit. Seeking experimental treatments, he traveled to Mexico in a desperate attempt to beat the illness. But tragically, he passed away in 1980 at the age of 50. Lifestyle. McQueen followed a daily 2-hour exercise regimen involving weightlifting and, at one point, running 5 miles, 8 kilometers, 7 days a week. McQueen learned the martial art Tang Soo Do from 9th-degree black belt Pat E. Johnson. According to photographer William Claxton, McQueen smoked marijuana almost every day. Biographer Mark Elliott stated that McQueen used a large amount of cocaine in the early 1970s. He was also a heavy cigarette smoker. McQueen sometimes drank to excess. He was arrested for driving while intoxicated in Anchorage, Alaska, in 1972. The divorce. By the mid-1970s, the cracks in Steve McQueen and Ali MacGraw's marriage had widened. McQueen's controlling behavior, coupled with his continued infidelities, made life with him increasingly difficult for MacGraw. The intense scrutiny from the media added further strain, amplifying every argument and indiscretion. Their relationship, once fiery and passionate, had become toxic and untenable. In 1978, after 5 tumultuous years of marriage, Ali MacGraw filed for divorce. The proceedings were highly publicized, with tabloids and news outlets eagerly documenting every sordid detail. The divorce was finalized later that year, leaving both McQueen and MacGraw emotionally scarred. For McQueen, the divorce was a painful reminder of his inability to maintain a stable personal life despite his immense professional success. The end of his marriage to MacGraw marked a period of introspection and a decline in his health. His battle with mesothelioma, a rare form of cancer, began shortly after the divorce and ultimately claimed his life in 1980. If you found this story as compelling as we did, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with fellow film enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the fascinating lives of your favorite Hollywood legends. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. How did Steve McQueen's personal struggles impact your view of him? Do you have a favorite McQueen movie or moment?